Alright, Kimbo White here. My camera's been screwing up, YouTube uploader or something. I tell you what, my modem's been messing up on me, and I think that might be what's causing my videos to be so shitty lately. But I'm trying to diagnose the problem. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to break down and buy a new modem. But anyways, let's get right to this. Junior Dos Santos and Frank Mir. Guys, I know a lot of you newer guys are counting Frank Mir out of this fight, and if you are, uh, you are a little undereducated on this sport because Frank Mir has a very good chance of winning this fight. A very good chance. And it's higher than what you think. Uh, Frank Mir is very good at doing the things that he does. He has good stand up, not excellent, not even very good, but a good. He does have head movement, foot movement. He doesn't fight extremely flat-footed. He does use some head movement, and uh, he does he does study every style of boxing there is, and don't think that he's not sitting there night after night studying the way Junior Dos Santos strikes, so that he can move the right way, cut the distance, clinch him up. If he can hold Dos Santos against the cage or keep him on the ground, we'll see a boring decision victory by Frank Mir or a submission. Uh, with that said, I think that Junior Dos Santos is a bigger, stronger, faster version of Nogueira. Um, I think that he's probably, I think with a little bit higher level of jiu-jitsu, he's better than Nogueira probably ever was. If he was a little better off his back, he has, seriously good takedown, excellent takedown defense. Some of the best in the heavyweight division, the best hands in the heavyweight division. If you get him down on his back, he's going to be comfortable there. He's such a big, strong dude that good luck holding him there. But for somebody that can do it, it's Frank Mir. Um, with that said, I see Frank Mir getting caught with a punch or a knee and getting knocked out. I'm not really sure. I honestly really think probably first round. I think Mir will get caught. Maybe second round. Mir will get caught. And if that doesn't happen, I think you're going to end up seeing like a board decision victory by Mir. He might submit. He might submit Dos Santos, but I don't think that's the most likely thing to happen. It'll be a knockout by Dos Santos, or it'll be a boring decision by Mir. Definitely Cain Velasquez over Antonio Silva. Uh, Cain is like a bigger, more athletic version of Daniel Cormier with better technique. He's who trained him for that fight. I was sitting there cage side, and it wasn't even close. Daniel picked Sylvia apart, and Bigfoot never had a chance. And his striking just is not even close to being on level to. Uh, Now, I do agree with what Ken said. If Kane got a little stupid with his head movement and not paying attention to what he's doing, um, I think he could get caught. Um, but I think that what he'll probably do is set up a strikes to come in. He might just want to knock Sylvia out. But to be honest with you, I think he'll pick the big son bitch up, throw him down on the ground, try to pound his big ass, and I think he can do it. But he might just come in and out of the pocket like Cormier did. I don't know. I don't see Dave Herman putting any kind of game to play. By the way, Cain Velasquez was over Antonio Silva, just to be clear. I don't see Dave Herman putting together any kind of game plan to beat Roy Nelson unless it involved kick strike combos and him being very well techniqued at it. That he is not, as far as moving in and out of the pocket and kickboxing technique. That's what it's going to take for him to outpoint or you know beat Roy Nelson in any way, shape, or form. Roy Nelson's top level grappler, um, and Roy Nelson is a good boxer. He might be a little slower than Herman, but he's better. And I say what you're going to see happen here is Dave Herman try to rush in and do some crazy shit. He's going to get slammed on his neck, get his ass whooped. That's what's going to happen uh, because Roy's going to pound that ass for him. Uh, if he loves to rush in, and Roy will trade with him all fucking day long. And then when it comes to Roy just grabbing him and picking him up and throwing him on his neck, and you know, if I was Dave Herman, I don't know. I think it's injury and practice time. Hey, everybody needs to collect a paycheck, but Roy's gonna whoop that ass. Shane Del Rosario and Stipe Miocic have thrown this around so much, and I'm telling you, just sitting here right now, I still don't know who's pick. But Del Rosario's had like a year and a half layoff, and that's crazy. Um, it really makes me want to pick Stipe Miocic, who's a D1 wrestler. Uh, Definitely not the easiest guy to take down or handle physically in any way, shape, or form. He's a damn good boxer. He keeps a good range, and like I said, Division One wrestler. Um, and man, it really makes me want to. It really makes me want to go with Stipe in this fight. It really does. But here's the thing. I've been watching Rosario come up to the challengers and things, and I've been wanting to see him in the UFC for a long time. I've felt deep down now for 2 to 3 years that Shane Del Rosario could be the next UFC heavyweight champion, and he's that good. And he was training for Gonzaga. He's had to have been going hard in the gym. I'm going with Del Rosario over Miocic. Got to, got to. And my next pick is going to be crazy. y'all, y'all know I'm crazy, so it really doesn't make any fucking difference if I make a crazy pick because you won't be surprised. I'm taking Stephen Struve over LeVar Johnson by submission. Hey, what y'all think of that? I don't think he can pound him out on the ground. I think he could get a boring decision. I think that if LeVar's gas tank is suspect, and I think if LeVar, obviously LeVar's going to come bull charge, and Stefan's either going to dodge him or get hit. If he dodges him, LeVar's getting clenched up. LeVar is going to the ground. LeVar has decent takedowns, but he's not going to want to take Struby down, and LeVar has shit for takedown defense. So, um, yeah, fuck it. I mean, my gut feeling was LeVar Johnson. Manny says LeVar Johnson all day, and it is what it is, guys. I've got to go with my man Struby, and we'll see what he pulls out of his ass Saturday night. Uh, Darren Elkins representing Hobart, Indiana, United States of America. Uh, but I tell you what, I don't want to be the guy fighting Diego Brandao. So everybody on the show was scared to death of Brandao. And when those guys train with him every day, and then they realize you realize they don't want to fight that guy. That shows something on TUF. You can always tell that. Um, and I'd like to see Elkins win this fight. And Elkins has not been fighting chumps. Um, Elkins just beat old T. Kane Zane, and before that, pulled out the decision over Amagawa. So, not fighting chumps by any means, but gotta go with Brandao just because he's one of these guys. It's like an Anderson Silva, Michael Jordan guy that you think. I'm not saying he's at that level. I'm saying this is one of those guys when you see them younger in their career and you say, this dude has the natural fucking talent, man. I mean, and kind of the same thing with the next fight. I got to take Barboza over Varner. Barboza's just too impressive. And Varner hasn't been looking bad lately, but he's been fighting these smaller organizations since he left Strikeforce, and I'm not sure how he just jumped right back to the UFC. The UFC fucks me up sometimes with this matchmaking, but I won't mind watching that fight. Edson Barboza and Jamie Varner. I'm not saying that's a bad fight to make. I'm just not really sure how Jamie Varner just popped up so fast. Um, I'm going to make sure I know what I'm talking about here. This is, yeah. His last 2 fights have been XFC. The one before that, Titan. The one before that, XFC. Yeah, he's had 5 fights in no-name organizations um, since his 2 losses to Shane Roller and Don Cerrone in WC. So um, he beat Drew Fickett, and you know, Drew Fickett uh, is 42-17, um, and let's see how old. December 24th. Let's see here. 79, so 33 years old, and Varner was coming in. Let's see here. 84, 28 years old. So had a 5-year difference, age difference there with a guy who's been in a lot of fights. But Drew Fickett, that's a good name to have that you beat. But um, yeah. Anyways, get back here to UFC 146. I don't know how in the world I got this far off track here. Hold on a second. Alrighty. Um, it wasn't even saying Jamie Varner was fighting at UFC 146 on the damn wiki yet. He's on the card, but it doesn't say it on his page. That's fucked up. Jason Miller over CB Dalloway, and if he doesn't, I just don't see Jason Miller loses to CB Dalloway. He's got to get the boot from Dana White and get the welcome papers. It's hard for me to think that Ludwig's going to give Hardy his 5th loss, but I think I'm going to take Dwayne Ludwig in a hard-fought decision victory. I don't think he'll knock Hardy. I don't think Hardy will knock him out. I think Ludwig's been looking impressive, and I think Ludwig's probably superior striker. And I think Dan Hardy might have wanted to take Ludwig down this fight, but knowing Dan Hardy, he won't want to do that. It's going to be a stand-up slugfest to the end, and both these guys got the chins. They like to stand and bang. I'll take Dwayne Ludwig, probably by a split decision. This next one, I've been throwing around all day. I tell you what, I like to pick against Paul Sass because, watching his stuff on YouTube and watching his last couple fights, I really like this dude. He's man, you want to talk about top level jiu-jitsu, but you can only keep pulling that shit off so long. Jacob Volkman's got to have been getting himself ready for Paul Sass. And for the heel hooks and the triangles. I saw the interview with Dana where he said that in the Michael Johnson fight last year, Uriah Faber said there's no way Paul Sass is going to win this fight. And, it didn't take him long. So, yeah, he's not overrated guy. He's a badass. But he's coming in fighting a guy who's arguably working his way up to title contention and doesn't plan on being stopped. Seems like a very intelligent guy, in Jacob Volkman. And, Jacob Volkman, man, top-level wrestler. This dude here, he was the Division I wrestler, All-American, wrestled all 4 years in college. So the dude's got, he's got the takedown defense, he's got the takedown ability. If we can keep him getting submitted, I say Jacob Volkman by another boring submission or decision, maybe even split, because Sass might, get his back and roll him around so much one of these rounds but which probably, now that I think about it, I don't know. It's just really hard to say exactly. And cardio, since it's gonna be such a ground war, cardio is probably going to play a big thing, and we've never seen Sass go very far in any fights. He's finished everybody he's ever fought. So, let's see here. No, he had one decision. He's won 3 rounds one time in his life, and it was a split decision. So, you know, whatever. That might not be the greatest pick in the world, but I just got the feeling that Volkman is going to try to avoid. And you know what? Saz has probably been working on some new submissions too, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll go with Volkman in that fight. That might not be a good pick. Definitely Glover Teixeira over Kyle Kingsbury. But every time I pick Kingsbury, he loses. Every time I don't pick him, he knocks out somebody you expect to kick his ass. So, matter of fact, who the hell was that? Now that I'm saying it, who the hell was that? Oh yeah, uh, Ricardo Romero. Yeah, uh, everybody thought, Ricardo Romero was gonna, and then Maldonado too. Uh, but that was kind of boring. But yeah, the Romero was pretty brutal. He won 4 in a row there till Bonner beat the fuck out of him. So yeah, Glover Teixeira beat the shit out of Kyle Kingsbury. Put your money down on that one, and I'll take Mike Brown over Daniel Pineda, and that's my UFC 146 predictions. So hopefully this video worked better. I don't know if it will or not, but it's been Last Word with Kimbo White. Have a good night.